What's going on, Stim Junkies? High Stim Ace here, coming to you live from the newly reformulated High Stim Studio. Yeah, guys, in case you haven't been following the channel, over the past couple of videos, I was recording from the living room while there was construction being done in this very room right here. But I'm happy to report it is 90% complete. Just a couple of little finishing touches need to be done here and there. But for the most part, we are back better than ever. And I did go through all my pre-workouts. I put everything back more or less where it belonged. But obviously, I made a couple little switches. You guys can take a look and see if you notice any differences. But with that being said, we are officially back and better than ever. And I am super excited to be reviewing the product that I am going to be reviewing today. And this here, boys, comes to us from our good friends over at Panda Supps. What I'm holding here in my hands is the all-new limited edition Panda Skull pre-workout. And in case you guys haven't seen the original review I did for the OG version of this pre-workout, I didn't exactly give it the very best review. It was kind of lackluster, if I'm being honest. And it's funny because most reviewers actually praised that pre-workout. A lot of people liked it. They said it gave them a good nootropic head high, a good feeling, good clean energy, tunnel vision focus, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, High Stim Ace got none of it. Ran that one 2 or 3 times, and it just didn't live up to the hype for me personally. For whatever reason, I did not respond well to it. But then Panda Supps, the fine folks over at Panda Supps, decided to release this crazy limited edition. And I don't know, something just in my head told me that this one here is going to hit a lot better. It was kind of like a third sense, if you will, a sixth sense, whatever you want to call it. But I had a gut feeling that the new version was going to be much better. And I got to say, guys, I don't want to spoil anything, but we're going to talk about it really soon. We're going to go over the label. We're going to go over the effects in the gym, everything that matters most to you guys, the consumers, my beloved community. So without further ado, let's roll that freaking intro and let's get talking about the all new Panda Skull from Panda Supps. All right, guys, take a look at this tub right here. This one is next level ridiculous. Whoever designed this one over at Panda Supps deserves a raise because this thing is next level ridiculous. And even me showing you guys on video does not do it justice. First of all, I love the dark green aesthetic they got going on over here. It's got a holographic finish. The skull itself, the poor panda who was sacrificed to make this pre-workout, the skull is golden, it's holographic, it's popping. And there's so much trippy, psychedelic art pieces within the skull here. It's ridiculous, guys. You can stare at this thing all day, and you can just try to find different things in here. It's beautiful, but it's also very modern, minimalistic. There isn't a lot of crazy lettering in the front. It lets you really focus on the art, and I appreciate it. So whether I like this one or not, I'm going to be keeping the tub because it's just an aesthetically pleasing piece to display on the shelves. And it does say here this is a limited edition, and we are getting the skull candy flavor, which is the only flavor as far as I know that this one comes in. And right off the bat, guys, the flavor is incredible. It is so delicious, and I do take it at the full 2-scoop dose because there's no half measures here on the channel, and it tastes something like a citrus with cherry, maybe a hint of kiwi in the background, but it's not your typical citrus. It's a very specific blend of orange and lime, and you're getting a little bit of that background cherry, and I personally got a little bit of kiwi. I could be wrong, but I did get a little bit of that kiwi, but there's also kind of a candy undertone to it, so it's not a fully synthetic candy type of flavor. It does have a natural flavor to it, but a little bit of that candy, like 20-30% candy, and the rest has a natural fruit, citrus, cherry splash kind of flavor. It's delicious, guys. I can literally be sipping this on the beach. If anything, Panda Supps should release this in non-stim so I can drink this regularly throughout the day and be pumped up and juicy and enjoying myself while sipping on this delicious beverage. The tub here claims to provide mind-blowing energy, skull-piercing focus, and skull-shattering endurance. Oh boy, some bold claims to be made here on the label. We're going to go through this label. It's quite an extensive label, but we're going to try to go through it relatively quickly, and then we're going to discuss my experience running it over the past 2 days in the gym where it matters most. So looking at the supplement facts, you can either take this at 1 scoop or 2 scoops, giving you the typical 40-20 as is the standard in 2025. You guys know this is the High Stim channel. This is the full dose channel. No half measures here with High Stim Ace. So we're going to go full dose, which does bring us up to 26.2 grams. And the scoops come in a little bit light. Instead of coming in at the 13.1 grams, which it's supposed to come in, it comes in closer to about 12, so just a little bit underdosed. So essentially, if you're heaping both scoops, you're going to get the full 26.2 gram dose, and you're going to get 20 servings if you do it that way. And I highly recommend that you do it that way because we don't do half measures here, like I said earlier. We're going to begin the label with sodium from pink Himalayan salt, 40 milligrams, and then we start off with L-citrulline at 10,000 milligrams. So 10 grams of pure L-citrulline, which I believe is a first for Panda Subs. They usually do go with the citrulline malate, which for the record, I'm okay with. I actually prefer citrulline malate in a lot of cases. It's an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. But 10 grams of citrulline is definitely going to get the job done, especially if you're pumping seriously in the gym, which by the way, with this one, you're going to be. We have beta-alanine coming in at 5,000 milligrams, so about 1,600, 1,800. Yeah, 1,800 more than the clinical dose. I flunked math, guys, so it takes me a second to get all these numbers catching up in my head. But yes, 1,800 milligrams more than the 3,200 milligram clinical dose. So theoretically, you should be feeling the tingles from head to toe on this one. L-tyrosine comes in next at 3,000 milligrams, big dose for that focus. Choline bititrate, 1,000 milligrams to enhance the focus. Alpha-GBC, 50% yield, 600 milligrams, good dose. Lion's mane mushroom extract, 500 milligrams, and I love that dose. That's a perfect dose for me. 600 milligrams of lion's mane is great. Really helps give you that nootropic focus. But I find that a lot of times when you're pushing 750 to 1,000 milligrams, for me anyway, it tends to upset my stomach a little bit. So I'm happy to report no stomach issues. You're getting all the benefits with none of the negative side effects. So now we're going to start off with our first stimulant coming in the form of caffeine anhydrous at 400 milligrams. So definitely a nice stim junkie-ish kind of dose. I don't know if I would call this a stim junkie pre-workout per se, although that definition is open to interpretation. Everyone has their own definition of what exactly a stim junkie pre-workout is, but you can make the case for this one. 400 milligrams, and that is just the anhydrous. We got more on the way. We have tiger milk mushroom extract powder, so that is another nootropic, which I haven't seen ever before. 300 milligrams. Vasodrive AP for more pumps, 554 milligrams. That is the clinical dose. Bucana Pruriris, also known as L-Dopa, 200 milligrams to really give you that good feeling, that little head buzz in the gym, that little nootropic head high, if you will. Theobromine, 200 milligrams for more stimulation. Zumex R extended release caffeine, 100 milligrams. Cognite coffee fruit Arabica extract, 100 milligrams. Estrogen for absorption, 50 milligrams, because you guys got a lot of nootropics and stimulants in here. So you need your body to absorb everything very, very efficiently. And then we do have huperzine extract at 20 milligrams. So a very big dose, 1% huperzine A yield. Okay. And lastly, bioperine, which is black pepper extract at 10 milligrams. So you're getting two different sources to help with the absorption. You're getting the estrogen as well as the black pepper extract to really help you get the full absorption benefits, to get those ingredients saturated in your system. Before High Stim Ace breaks down my experience running Panda Skull over the last 2 days in the gym, don't forget to like the video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a panda enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. All right, guys, this panda here is crazy out of his skull, and spoiler alert, so am I. Yesterday I hit back and biceps, today I hit chest and triceps with a little bit of legs, and I gotta say, man, the experience on this one absolutely blows the original product out of the water. The OG did almost nothing to me. I felt a little bit of caffeine, maybe a little bit of focus, and that was it. I felt almost nothing on the original Panda Skull, and again, most reviewers liked it, I did not. This one here, boys, elevates things to the next level, and it's not even a comparison. This is 10 times as good as the original version. You're going to feel the beta tingles in about 5 or 6 minutes. You're getting 5 grams, so it's a big dose. And I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, literally 9 to 10 minutes, both days that I took it, I was ready to go. And it's funny because both these past 2 days, I had very long work days and I had a lot going on and I was dealing with a lot here at home. And I was very out of it these past 2 days. And yesterday, when I took the product, as well as today, literally within 10 minutes, my entire mood, my entire perception, my entire state of mind, both physical and mental, shifted within a quick 10 minutes. And I did a complete 180 and I was just ready to go and crush that workout. I was surprised because there is no alpha-yo in here, so you don't get anything to give you that crazy sense of urgency. There's no DMHA, obviously. Panda Supps is very FDA approved, very by the book, so you're not going to get those gray area ingredients with Panda Supps. And again, the only other pre-workouts I ran from Panda in the past were the collaboration they did with Black Magic Supply, Sinister. That one was decent, but it wasn't anything mind-blowing. And then I did the Panda Skull, which again was somewhat of a disappointment. So this here is the third Panda Supps product I ran, and I am so glad that I decided to run this one because again, you're gonna feel it within 10 minutes. It's gonna shift you entirely. 180-degree shift and you're ready to roll. You're going to feel the tingles, not crazy overpowering, none of the niacin flush, elbow itching, cheek itching, none of that. If you're used to beta-alanine, if you take it semi-regularly, you're not going to have any issues. Just a little bit of that beta buzz in the background, a little bit of the tingles letting you know it's go time in the gym. And the mood that comes with it, the elevation of the mood, if you will, is so insanely awesome. You're going to feel it. I'm telling you guys, 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to be in a bubble. You're going to be locked in. And I don't know if it's the combination of the various mushroom extracts they have in here with that 3-gram L-tyrosine dose, because that's a pretty big dose, guys. You also have the L-dopam, Echinopyreras in here, which does help with that mood elevation. So there's nothing illicit in here. There's no DMHA. Heck, there isn't even Arrhiogenesis. But if you were to give this pre-workout to me in a blind test and just tell me to run it without telling me what it was, I would assume there's Arrhiogenesis in here. Straight up. I would assume there's Arrhia because this one here feels like almost like a semi-illicit kind of product. You get that good mood elevation, that buzz, that nootropic focus. You're in a little bubble, but you feel good. You're productive. There's no anxiety. There's no shakes. There's no heart elevation. Nothing like that. You're just going to be working hard. You're going to get pumped. You're going to get swole. You're going to be in a good mood. And at any point, you can take out your earbuds. You can have a conversation with your buddies in the gym, and you feel good. You feel confident. You feel motivated. You're energized, but you're not hopped up. You're not at the point where you're tweaking and you don't know what to do with yourself. So this formula here is perfect. You don't have to stack. I mean, you could stack Alpha-Yo or Arrhia or whatever gray area stimulants you guys want to stack. You're all a bunch of stim junkie mad chemists because you're watching the OG stim junkie High Stim Ace. But I'm telling you, as the king of stim junkies in 2025, you don't have to stack anything on top of this pre-workout here. This formula is absolute perfection, and I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. This one here is staying in my personal stash, and I'm going to be running this one at least once or twice a month until I run out of the tub because it's an absolute banger. Now, one more thing we have to touch upon is the pumps, because this here is their first foray into using L-citrulline as opposed to L-citrulline malate, and I'm somewhat conflicted because I like citrulline malate, and Panda Supps is one of the few companies left that still do use citrulline malate in their pump formulas and in most of their pre-workouts. So I don't know if this here was a test run to see if they're going to fully switch, implement everything, and just go with L-citrulline going forward. Maybe this is just a one-off. I don't know. But the pumps, savage. Absolutely vein-splitting, swole, juicy, savage pumps. You got the Vasodrive AP in here. You got the 10 grams of citrulline, and it just comes in so beautifully. I was swollen in the gym. My arms were pumped up. Even though I wasn't hitting triceps yesterday, my tris were blown up just because of the fact that I was hitting biceps. And yesterday I did have the back session. Today I hit chest and triceps, but the biceps were pumped. So no matter what you're working, as long as you're getting some sort of muscular contraction within the general vicinity, you're going to be pumped up. You're going to be checking yourself out in a mirror, and you're already in a good mood from all these nootropics and that L-dopa and the tyrosine, and you're just going to be feeling good. This is a very positive, good feeling in the bubble, get things done type of pre-workout. It tastes delicious. You feel it very quickly within 10 minutes. It will bring you back from the dead if you're exhausted. I can't say enough good things about this one, and I am so glad because I was kind of getting worried. I know a lot of people like Panda Supps, and the first 2 pre-workouts I had from them was not very impressed. But this one here, boys, is a hitter, it's a keeper, it's a banger. It's worth picking this one up and adding this to your personal arsenal. If you guys want to pick up the Panda Supps Limited Edition Panda Skull, you can head over to pandasupps.com or nutricartel.com. I'm going to link both websites down below with a discount code to save you some cash and help support the High Stim Ace YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and welcome back to the studio. It is such a pleasure. It feels so good to be recording from the completed studio once again. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it beneficial, then don't forget to show your support by liking this video. Comment down below. Tell me if you've tried this product. Tell me what you thought of the original formula. I know a lot of people like the original Skull, but unfortunately, it did not do it for me. Let me know, guys. Tell me what are some other Panda Supps products that you enjoy, and I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all next time. High Stim Ace, signing off.